And what happens when you keep those promises to yourself is out of this world insane. If you believe in yourself, nobody, nothing can stop you. And you have to maybe be delusional about it. You need a strong foundation, and that foundation begins in yourself.
It's yours. Whose world is this?
Hello guys, it's your girl Raya, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is about what happens when you keep promises to yourself. When you keep the promises that you've made to yourself. Now, I thought that this would be a really great idea as we're wrapping up these last 30 days, guys. It's day 29. We almost did it. But I feel like I can celebrate now because I'm obviously gonna show up tomorrow. So it's day 29 and I thought this was a really appropriate topic. Keeping promises to yourself. Now, ever since I was a little kid, a little baby. No, literally, like ever since I was a little kid, yeah. It's always been a really big deal to me. Keep promises. Promises itself has been a really big deal. Now, why? I don't know, but geez. Hold tight. Sorry guys, I got a little call from my mom, but why have promises always been such a big deal to me? A part of me is like, I don't know, but I think it's a few things. Promises have always just been so sentimental. It's one thing to be somebody who keeps your word or somebody who says you're gonna do something, but a promise, it's just always been super sentimental and different to me ever since I was a little kid. And not just a promise, let alone a pinky promise, but we'll get to that. Promises is just like, to me, you're telling me or I'm telling you, I am going to do this 100%. You don't have to second guess. You don't have to question. You don't have to worry. This promise is something that I mean, and I will stay on my word. When you promise something, it's something that to me, or something that I say to you, it's like, I am gonna do this. I'm here to my word. And almost like so much so that it's like otherworldly. That is almost what a promise feels like to me. Am I blowing it out of proportion? Maybe. Have I blown it out of proportion this whole time? Maybe. But I'm a very emotional, sensitive person. In the best way. I used to think that was a bad thing, but I think it's one of my superpowers for sure now. It's always been a huge deal to me. It's just been a way of like, if somebody tells me you promise, if you break a promise to me, you're done. You're done. No, like, seriously. Don't promise me something if you don't mean it or you're not going to stand on that promise. I'm very serious about promises. And I mean the same thing. So much so that, guys, I've only broken one promise in my life. And to this day, when I think about it, because I've only broken one. So, of course, I can remember it. I feel so bad still because I'm like, I didn't stay to my word. And I was just a little kid. And it wasn't just any promise. It was a pinky promise. Now, call me childish. I know. You still believe in pinky promises? It just holds more weight. It's one thing to promise me, but you pinky promise, let alone you might kiss your pinky or we kiss our pinkies. Yeah, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with me. That is sacred. Maybe it's not even the promise or the pinky promise itself. It's just the essence of this sacredness that it holds in the essence of it or in the idea of it, the thought of it. That's probably more so what it is. But nonetheless, promises have always been something very important to me. If I promise you something, I'm gonna keep my word. And I'm sure you guys might be curious what the promise was. I'll tell you what the pinky promise was really quick before we move on. I had pinky promised that I was gonna hang out with my two best friends. It wasn't recess, it was like an after school program I was in. But I promised my friends, I pinky promised them that I was gonna come hang outside. But I stayed in the computer lab the whole time and played games. And I felt so bad because I knew I promised and I didn't go because I didn't really want to go outside at that point, but I shouldn't have promised it, or I should have, you know, whatever. I mean, at that point I had honored what I thought was best for me, but nonetheless, that's what the pinky promise was. Let's move on because we didn't spend like a minute, 2 minutes on why pinky promises are important to me. But I think it's one thing to make a promise to someone, but if you promise to yourself something, you have to keep that promise. Because if you can't keep a promise to yourself, how can you trust yourself? If you can't trust yourself, how can you trust anybody else? Now, the reason I bring this up is because I've made this 30-day challenge, this 30-day commitment to post every day on YouTube. And although I didn't say I promise, it is essentially like a promise to myself. I've always wanted to do some 30-day challenge, but I've never done it. I've wanted to. I've said, oh, maybe I'll do it on this day or something, but I didn't. So I think maybe I've had this little like I know I can do anything I set my mind to, but this little like, I've never done any 30-day challenge. Like, could I stay committed to it? I've never really put forth enough effort and discipline to really do that. I'm gonna do a 30-day reflection, so I'm not gonna like spoil that for this video. I really encourage everybody to do something like this. Most people, a lot of people have their own goals and aspirations, whether they've let them go or they've stopped believing in them or they still believe in them. I think at one point, most people have had some kind of goal that they wanted to achieve in life. And there comes this disbelief, the naysayers or whatever that can get in your head. But if you can support you, nothing else can get in your way. You've heard the saying how strangers support you more than people you know. And that's because you believed in yourself. If you believe in yourself, nothing can stop you. And you have to maybe be delusional about it, because people are going to try to tell you down. People are going to try to tell you can't do something. If you can have enough strong sense of self to know that you're capable of accomplishing what you want, you truly can achieve anything in this world. But I think sometimes it does take the ability to have to prove it to yourself. And I know a lot of us are like, I don't gotta prove myself. I don't gotta prove myself to nobody. I'm gonna prove myself. Who am I proving myself to? You know what I'm saying? Oh, the little pajama pants made a little sneak peek. But it's not about proving yourself per se, but in a way it's about proving to yourself that you can do something, that you can stand on what you say, and if you can do that, then everything else falls in place. Who cares what this person says? Who cares what this person says? Did you do it? You did it. If you guys watched my video from last night, the last video that I played made me tear up, because little me that was like 16 was talking about, I'm gonna move back to Los Angeles one day and I'm gonna pursue acting and things like that. And I did that. Although sometimes, I might get discouraged or I might get in my own head. When I really think about it, I'm like, I have done every single thing I said I was gonna do. I moved out to Los Angeles. I went to my dream acting school. I got an agent. I got a manager. I live in an amazing apartment. I think so. I started my YouTube channel like I wanted to. I've done everything I've wanted to so far. So I've kept these promises to myself. So I've shown myself that I don't just talk. I don't just think these ideas and just let them be ideas. I go for it. And if you can do that same thing, do it. And don't doubt yourself either. Don't let your mom doubt you, your dad doubt you, your friend. If they doubt you, I'm not going to say that that's not your friend or they're not a good person or any of that. They're just simply projecting. I will never tell anyone that they cannot be an actress unless I thought that about myself. I will tell anybody and everybody, you can do it. I believe in you. You can become an actress. You can become an actor. And you know why I can say that so confidently? Because I believe in myself. People who encourage you, who believe in you, it's because they believe in themselves. If anybody knocks down something you are pursuing, it's because they simply don't believe they can do it themselves. And I'm not talking about like, hey man, maybe you should lay off, I'm not talking about knocking down bad behavior. I mean, literally the things you want to pursue in this life. You need a strong foundation, and that foundation begins in yourself. Don't just think the idea. Don't just dream the dream. Let it come to fruition. And it's okay if it doesn't come to fruition like that. Things take time. When I lived in North Carolina, I thought about moving to Los Angeles every single day. That's what got me by out there. It really did. And sometimes I think, I don't want to even say I take it for granted, but sometimes I think I forget just how bad I wanted to be out here. I've been out here now for almost 6 years, which is insane to think. I literally moved here January 1st of 2020. And it's crazy to think I've only almost been here for 6 years now. You get into that comparison mode. You start thinking, oh, this person is younger than me. This person hasn't been doing this as long as me. They are a different person. Are you them? Are they you? Do they have the same upbringing? Are you guys having the same characteristics? Like, how can you compare yourself to somebody who has a whole completely different story than you? Maybe your story takes longer because there are bigger things you have to accomplish. Maybe your story takes longer because you have to meet certain people. Maybe your story takes longer because you have to believe in yourself and you're not there yet. So that solid foundation starts with yourself. It should start with your parents, but it doesn't always, you know? Not every parent's gonna believe in you, and I know that feeling myself, you know? Let that be your motivation. Prove them wrong. They're gonna be hitting you up talking about, oh my gosh, you're so amazing. Literally, I haven't even hit my big break yet, and when I did Chicken Girls, there was so many people from North Carolina who was like, oh my gosh, congratulations. People following me back who had unfollowed me years ago, giving me this fake celebration. And I say fake because a lot of those people like told me straight up to my face, like, that's never gonna happen. You should give up. I don't know why you think you're moving to LA. But then when a little bit of ounce of the fact that I could do it showed up, they showed up too. But it's not about anybody else. It's about you. So if you can start keeping the promises to yourself, going for what you want, and proving that to yourself, showing it to yourself, babe, you're unstoppable. Literally, babe, you will literally be unstoppable. And that's not it. That's not it, babe, no. I will be here to support you. Let me know in the comments down below. What's something you really want to achieve? What's something you really want to do? Are you a music artist? Do you really want to share your music with the world? Are you an actor like myself who wants to share your emotional depth with the world? Are you a YouTuber? Are you a content creator? Are you a chef? Do you want to make cakes for people? I mean, the opportunities are endless. What do you guys want to be? Share that with me. Share that. This is a safe space, guys. I would love if even you guys can support other people in the comments. I'm saying comments like I got 2 comments or something probably. But hey, I love my community, you know? I love everybody that's shown up for me within these days. So I think I've made my point. It's extremely important to keep promises to yourself. And what happens when you keep those promises to yourself is out of this world insane. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. Let me know in the comments down below what is something that you really want to achieve in this lifetime. I'm here to support you. It's day 29, guys. We're almost there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
It's not that I don't want you here. Yeah. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. No. I fall for you every time I try to resist you. We can get away.